live from your living room. It's an all-new edition of the HM Lions Report, and I'm Jack Dolgen. Let's see what we have in store for us today. We've got boys soccer, girls soccer, field hockey, tennis, water polo, and a big-time football tilt against the Dalton Tigers. So hey, sit back, relax, and even grab some hot cocoa while you're at it, because the highlights are coming up right about now.
Let's start off on a somber, cloudy day as Horace Mann took on Collegiate, the top two teams in the Ivy League. The game was aggressive right from the get-go, as you can see Jeremy Roth being shoved twice by Collegiate. But back on the other end, it's Mikey Reese with a bullet that's just too high. And now it's Horace Mann on defense, Michael Chon running all the way back to clear the ball out. What a play. And let's go to the first goal. Horace Mann, their defensive star, Jeremy Roth, striking it with authority into the bottom right corner, and what a fantastic finish that was. However, that moment was short-lived because less than 5 minutes later, it's Collegiate on the other end. It's a little bit hard to tell, but as you can see, Collegiate makes a nice move on two defenders, gets in front of the goal, and strikes it home to knot it back at 1 apiece. Slide to come. Let's take you to the second to last minute of the game, and it's Andrew Silverstein with a free kick from midfield. Excuse my voice crack. He somehow gets it to go in, and he scores on the most amazing goal of the season, mobbed by his teammates at midfield to put Horace Mann in a 2-1 lead. My, oh my. We don't know how it got in the back of the net, but honestly, it doesn't matter one bit. The bottom line is Horace Mann would hold on to the lead and win 2-1. Next up, it's girls varsity soccer, Horace Mann versus Fieldston. We're 15 minutes in, and it's Fieldston heading in the corner kick uncontested. But back on the other end, Horace Mann has the ball in the box. Let's see what else is new. It's another goal for Allie Davis. She rips it into the bottom left corner, and this game is tied 1 apiece. But it's Fieldston in control now. The score already 2-1, and they're going to chip this ball just over the head of Olivia Burke-Krause, going up 3-1. But never count this Horace Mann team out. Check out their passing right here. Allie Davis with a nice touch, finding Sarah Hines, who shoots it through the hands of the Fieldston goalkeeper. This game is 3-2 now, and it's certainly not over, because check out Sarah Hines on the left side of your screen, finding Sarah Land, once a goalie, now an offensive marvel. She propels it past the keeper, and this game is tied. Another game, another comeback for these Lions, and your final score is 3-3. Let's head to the pool for some Horace Mann water polo versus Pingree, the Sea Lions' last game of the season. Now, check out this fine play by who else but, yeah, you guessed it, Alex Fine, putting the Lions up 1-0. And then Quinton Montgomery's going to add to that total with this missile to the bottom right corner. And then hold, you may fire when ready. And Justin Bluewell delivers it. HM finished their season with an 18-6 win. Let's start 15 minutes in, Hackley with a free kick. Now, keep your eye on number 13, Lyle Dershowitz, and check out the play he makes. He saves the ball on the goal line and keeps the shutout going. A few minutes later, Hackley has another free kick. Now watch carefully this header. It hits the field goal post and not the crossbar. So the ball was out of bounds, and that's no goal, obviously to the dismay of the Hackley Hornets. So we go to the second half with the game scoreless, but Michael Chon says no longer. He drills it past the goalkeeper into the bottom left corner, putting the Lions up 1-0. And as you can see, he tattooed this ball. What a shot. Meanwhile, it's Graham Spurrier looking for his first goal of the year, and peekaboo, he finds it, whipping it around the keeper and putting Horace Mann up 2-0. The Lions would go on to win by a final score of 4-0. HM Field Hockey took on Chapin this Friday. The team is led by Edie Comis, Gabby Lustig, Jacqueline Mayer, and Kanasia Watts, among others. And let's skip to the second half. The Lions already up 1-0. Check out this play unfold, and Watch number 6 on the left side of your screen. That's Emily Perlman, left wide open in the box. And so Olivia Dunn would feed it to Emily. And that's a rifle through the 5-hole of the goalkeeper. HM would preserve that 2-0 lead and win by that margin. HM football in its best season in years took on Dalton, and oh, what a thriller it was. Let's start off in the first quarter. It's Dalton making 1 man, 2 men, 3 men miss as they take it back all the way to the house for a touchdown. After a 2-point conversion, they made it 8-0. Back on the other end, it's Anthony Gagliardi pounding his way into the end zone, and he makes it 8-7. But Dalton already up 1 touchdown here, and watch this play. They're going to shake, bake, razzle, dazzle, and do whatever they have to do to get to the back of the end zone, and they make it 21-7. But watch this upcoming play. It's so important because Dalton botches the PAT and the score remain intact. Less than 9 minutes remaining in the game. HM looking for something, and it's Kyle Ezring. He goes up for it, and he comes down with it too. What a play! And it's a touchdown for Horseman. The score 21-14, and the Lions with some signs of life. But they needed a stop, and it's Anthony Gagliardi, part-time running back, part-time defensive beast. That play was huge, and Horseman would get one last drive. It's Keegan in the pocket, roaming around, looking for something, and he fires it downfield, and it's caught by Kyle Ezring once again. More like David Tyree, and this drive would continue. The very next play, Keegan finds Gagliardi. What a move he makes, and he's down into the Dalton red zone. Now it's the biggest play of the game. Keegan in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He fires it to Mike Ledden. He makes 1 man miss. He makes 2 more. He's got 1 to beat, and he's gone into the end zone. This game is tied. Next came the extra point. The ball was bobbled, but Harry Seavey somehow gets it to go in, and Horseman goes up 22-21. So Dalton with 1 last shot, but it's Adam Mansfield forcing the fumble, and Mike Lydon with the recovery. Check out Coach Russo on the bottom of your screen as the Lions won 22-21. So the Lions took on a Falcons team that's been undefeated for 45 straight games and counting. And in the early first half, Riverdale would drill the PK just out of the reach of a diving Olivia Burke-Krause, going up 1-0. But back on the other end, we've got freshman connections. It's Sydney Watson with a shot, and Grace Water, finish your breakfast. And she does happily to tie the game back up at 1 apiece. And as you can see from this replay, it's Sydney Watson's shot that gets her so open because the shot would drag the goalie off of her line, leading to a clear, empty path. But with the score already 2-1, Riverdale's going to make it 3-1 with this shot that actually bounces off of the face of Olivia Burke-Krause. Wow, that might leave a mark. And Riverdale would go on to hold that margin and win 3-1. Last but certainly not least, it's girls varsity tennis, led by Lizzie Rosenblatt, Michelle Kim, and Sophia Isaacs. Serve, awesome. Return, non-mandatory. Horseman would go on to sweep all matches and win 5-0. Jenny Reese doing her part right here. Congratulations on another terrific season.
Nice, Jen.
Before we wrap up, we want to give a quick shout out to Charles Scher, who's not only one of the best runners in the city, but he helped solidify that status by finishing first at the Ivy League developmental meet. Certainly worthy of a nice golf clap. Second of all, it's time for the playoff schedules, and we'll start with girls varsity soccer as they host Staten Island Academies on Thursday as the number 6 seed. Meanwhile, boys soccer is the number 2 seed, and they'll host the winner of Dwight and Riverdale on Friday. Moreover, the girls volleyball team will be hosting a block party on Thursday against Long Island Lutheran, and girls field hockey will travel to Holy Child on Thursday as well. Of course, all those games are subject to change because apparently there's like some storm going on outside that I hear of. I don't really know. No, but seriously, the games could get moved because of Hurricane Sandy, so just continue to follow us right here to get any and all updates. Thanks for tuning in to the Lions Report, and look forward to seeing you in the future. Until next time.